Okay, once again, good morning. Welcome to the Sports Talk with Kerry Wehmeyer show. Here on today, we're on YouTube as well. So we're going to be on Sportscaster and YouTube for the YouTube audience and also Sportscaster audience. Welcome. We will send you your links if you want to come on to the show. So let me go ahead and set this up. Make sure everybody is on. So if you just please be patient with me. I'm trying to get everything straightened and make sure everything goes to the right places, so we won't have no problems. Okay, once again, next joins us today. Let's switch this on and put that in. Okay, that's in the and we got to go to YouTube. I'm going to go to YouTube in a second and send that to them, to their side. We're on YouTube as well, so I'm going to go ahead and send that to their side, and we'll be up in a few minutes. No, I don't know what that means. I'm crazy. What the hell I'm doing? So it's send this to also send it to the YouTube's channel as well. Okay, I'm gonna send it over to YouTube as well. Okay, let's see. We'll set this up. Everything's sent over to YouTube. So StreamYard is in the thing. So let's begin with today's headlines. I see one person in the stream. So let's go ahead and set up for today's show. Okay, I'm gonna get everything set up, so we should be ready to hit the bricks. So let's go. Okay, let's begin. Everything's switched over to my screen. You'll see NOLA for life. So once again, that's what we are. We're here in NOLA. Okay, let's begin with our show. I'm gonna pull this up to the screen. Okay, let's go over to Twitter. College football preview, the Indiana Hoosiers. This is from collegefootballnews.com. We're going to go ahead and read this article. Let me go ahead and pull this up for you. Okay, college football news. You can go to college football news on the internet. This is talking about the Indiana Hoosiers this year. That's what we're going to go through their record. They finished 8-5 on the season, went 5-4 in the Big Ten Conference. They're coached by Tim Allen. Their 2019 final opinion rankings was 43rd. Their final season formula rankings was 64th, and also their college football preview ranking was 59. So that was the tip of the iceberg. So this is what they're talking about here. So when the season begins, this is from Pete Flutek. You can reach him at Pete Flutek on College Football News. So they're talking about Indiana. So the Indiana offense. So let's see, we're on 3604. So let's see. So I'll be honest with you. I think if Indiana can improve for the next 2 years, I think they're going to be a very good football team in general. So I look at it this way. So let's go ahead and scroll this down. This is what they're talking about in this article. So once again, you can follow College Football News at College Football News on the let's go to the second article. This is about the Indiana Hoosiers. Defense couldn't handle better offenses. That's what they're saying in this article. They allowed 352 yards of total offense and also 32 points a game. Let's see who's in there. Next is in there. Thanks for joining us. Also, Annabelle, thanks for joining us as well. So offense, defensive line needs a better chance to get at the quarterback. So hopefully they will improve that situation this year, coming up in college football. Okay, once again, we're going over some more stuff. This is from College Football News. Best offensive player is Michael Penix, Penix. He's a sophomore. He had a 69% completion percentage last year. He threw for 1,394 yards. Also, his wide receivers is Stephen Scott, Wolf, Philo. So I'm saying his name. Also, Ty Fry Folger, and also Peyton Hendershot. That's another guy that's he's a junior. So they got some people coming back on their football team. So once again, thanks for that whistle. I appreciate that whistle. Okay, let's see what the comments was. Okay, there we go. You see it on the screen. So okay, let's go ahead and go scroll down. This is a 5-part series, the linebacking core. Defensive linemen, that defensive ends and stuff like that. Okay, let's scroll down some more. If you want to come on camera and talk about the Indiana Hoosiers, you can via the StreamYard chat room. You can come in StreamYard videos thing. I'll put you on, and you can talk about the Indiana Hoosiers. So I'm looking at it right now. We have 13 people so far in the sportscast, and none on YouTube. But hey, at least we're on. Also, this is the fun stat time of possession. In Indiana had been on the field on offense 33 minutes and offense 26 minutes. First quarter scoring, they score 130 points and allowed 65 punt returns. Opponents 9.1, Indiana 4.0. Also, this is what they're talking about, their win totals. So I'm pretty sure they're going to double that win total this year. I'd say it's going to most likely be, there was 8-5 last year. I say it's most likely going to be between 7 and maybe close to 8 again. So once again, this is from College Football News. You can go to College Football News on Twitter. Let's see what else they got on College Football News. So we're going to discuss here. Okay, they got all the previews out. We're going to go ahead and give you some of the previews. Let's go ahead and preview the Kentucky Wildcats. Let's go ahead and do that. We'll preview that. They'll have these out during the month of May and June as we get started for college football season. Okay, Robert, thanks for joining us. I appreciate you coming in at Robert. If you're a Kentucky fan, if you want to discuss Kentucky football, you can here via the YouTube and Sportscaster chat rooms. Also, if you want to come on camera, you can come on to the StreamYard camera. We will patch you in. Okay, let's go over the Kentucky Wildcats. This is from collegefootballnews.com. Go to College Football News. Okay, record last year for the Kentucky Wildcats. They finished 8-5, 3-5 in the SEC. Coached under Mark Stoops in his 8th season. Their final opinion ranking was 26, so that was a pretty good ranking. The final season formula ranking, there was ranked 45th, and also CFN preview ranking was 38th. So that is a pretty good common denominator. This is what they're talking about. Number 5, Kentucky's offense. Yeah, I'll tell you what, look, I think if Kentucky can come out the gate early, I think they're going to be okay for a 2020 season. So let's look at the scroll down. Lynn Bolden was a running game at times. So I'll look at it this way. They've got some interesting articles out. College Football News. We will go over these previews as we go. We'll have LSU. We have Tulane previews on here as well, and also Southeastern previews. So once again, I'm looking at college football. This is what they're talking about in this article. I'll be honest with you. I look at this Kentucky. I think they're going to be on a rise in the SEC this year. So offensive players, they have Terry Wilson, Amis, as ASIM Rose. He's a senior. Landon Young, he's an offensive tackle. Also, let's see, Corvair Soli Smoke. I'm saying his name right. Also, the defensive players for Kentucky. So they're showing them on your screen. So I got it right here. So if you want to comment about these, if you're a Kentucky fan, you want to come on talk Kentucky football, you can. So that's what we're showing you in this in these situations. So yeah. Once again, this is from College Football News. You can go to College Football News. These are the fun stats we're showing you. Kentucky in second quarter outscored opponents 111-50. Rushing yards, Kentucky had 278. Opponents was held at 156. On fourth down conversions, Kentucky went 14 of 27. That's good for 52%. They held opponents to just 35%. So I'll be honest with you, holding those opponents to 35% on fourth downs is going to get your defense better. So once again, you can go to College Football News. That's College Football News on the tweeters on the Twitters and stuff like that. Okay, let's go over some more stuff here on Twitter. Let's scroll down. Okay, this is young man. Okay, Recruit Louisiana. Let's go ahead and put this Recruit Louisiana article up. Kenrell Williams from Karen Crow High School earned an offer to Army. So once again, he will be playing for the Army Black Knights. He was all district back in 2019. He also was all Acadiana running back, also all Metro running back, and Sports Writers Association 4A running back of the year. He averaged 1,900 yards. He had 25 touchdowns. So congratulations to this young man. Kenrell Williams from Karen Crow, Louisiana. So congratulations to him. Once again, he will go to the Army Black Knights. So John 84, thanks for joining us. John 84, we appreciate you coming on down. Okay, let's go to another article here on Twitter. I'm going to scroll down. Okay. This is from MMQB You can follow them at DMMQB. EDS Football 2021 Draft, 4 quarterbacks in the first round. Trevor Lawrence to Jacksonville. It's kind of early for these mock drafts right now, but the truth of the matter is they're going to be putting these out there. Jamie Newman from Pittsburgh, and also Trey Lawrence from will go to New England. So Trey Lawrence will go to New England. Jamie Newman will go to Pittsburgh. Justin Fields will go to Carolina. So that's the picks right there for those 4 quarterbacks that are going to be going in the NFL mock draft. So I look at it this way. That is something that's going to be looking forward to in the 2021 season as we begins the new season this year. So let's go ahead and scroll down some more. I'm going to go over some more stuff. Let's pull this up. Okay. Rick Spiegelman acknowledged that getting Stephon Diggs out of the NFC helped pursue them to trade him. Look, I think, to be honest with you, Stephon Diggs will most likely go to another team, most likely eventually in the AFC or whatever. This is what this article is talking about. This is from Pro Football Talk. You can go to Pro Football Talk on NBC. That's what they're talking about, Stephon Diggs. I'm gonna be honest with you. Let's go ahead and put this up on the screen so you can see it. Okay, that's what they're talking about. This came out on this is from Mike Florio. You can follow Mike Florio on Spiegelman says Stephon Diggs is the Minnesota Vikings. Yes, absolutely. He's been their productive wide receiver for the Minnesota Vikings. So I'll be honest with you. I look at it this way. If you can get him somewhere where he can play in an offense that's going to be winnable, all bets will be in. But if you the Vikings won't see Stephon Diggs again in the regular season until 2022. So that's what they're talking about in this article. So let me see what this private message is about. I got a private message. Okay, go ahead. Switch over to Isaac. All right, what's going on?
Kevin, you have to look at the bottom to see if I'm in.
Yeah, I know. I'm looking right now. I'm just kind of watching these.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, look. Hey, Kerry.
Hey.
Yeah, hey, I don't know. You saw me at the beginning. You were like, "See, you can talk. I can hear you though. So just say you have to wait." Because I saw you. You were like, "He has to wait." So just say, "Isaac, you have to wait."
Yeah.
I can hear you, even though I'm not in the show. I can hear you.
Yeah. I understand.
You
okay.
just can't hear.
Yeah. So, what you think about this Stephon Diggs article?
Yeah. And too bad he's not on the Cowboys because his brother Trevon Diggs is on the Cowboys.
Yeah.
So that's in the same division. So if he was still on the Vikings, he would be playing his brother Trevon Diggs, who was on defense, a cornerback. So maybe the Cowboys would put his Trevon Diggs to guard Stephon Diggs because cornerbacks guard. So
yeah.
I mean, hey, look, Stephon Diggs is gonna be guarded by the number 1 cornerback, but maybe they'll just put him against
either one.
Yeah, maybe they'll just put him against his brother.
That's going to be, like I said, that's going to be the common denominator right there. So
I have to go. I just wanted to stop in, okay?
All right. I know you had to go do your show, so let me go ahead and switch you out. Okay. All right. Once again, for a minute, so I appreciate him coming in. So that's Isaac Elman. Okay, let's go ahead and give you some more articles. I'm going to be doing more articles here. on the sports talk show here on YouTube. So if YouTube audience wants to come in and talk about Stefan Diggs, you can via the YouTube chat rooms. I gotta watch him. Oh yeah, thanks John 84 for that 20 and that thumbs up. I appreciate you coming in. All right. If you also if you're in sportscast, want to talk about Stephon Diggs, you can via the sportscaster chat room. If you think is if he's going to stay in Minnesota or if he's going to go wherever he's going to go. So. All right. Let's see what else we're going to talk about here. This is from Cat Decap Pause 247. Um, Kentucky in Final Four for Evansville transferred the Andre Williams. I'll be honest with you, this young man played for Evansville. Hopefully, he can um, um, go to Kentucky. So once again, this is from DCAT Pause 247. You go to DCAT Pause 247. Okay, let's see what else we're going to talk about here. This is from Sporting News NBA. Um, did Michael Jordan really block Isaiah Thomas for making the dream team? That's the article. Let's go ahead and look at it. Sorry about that. They started following me, so I like what this. Okay. Once again, did Michael Jordan block Isaiah Thomas from making the dream team in the early 90s? I look at it this way. Yeah, it's to be honest with you, I know Isaiah Thomas was absolutely not pissed, was pissed off about it, and rightfully so. He should have been on that dream team. Absolutely should have been on the dream team in 1992 when they had the Barcelona Olympics. Um, in an exclusive interview from the documentary Century Last Dance, um, the recent Hall of Famer viewed back in Spotlight. It's clear Michael Jordan didn't respect the bad boy Pistons. So it's just going to be a lot of incidents coming out about what happened actually happened with this feud. So once again, this is from Sporting News. You can go to sportingnews.com, sportingnews.com. Okay, this is from Kayla Richley. You can reach her at Kayla Richley. It's fun time. We hit home on the stretch, the fun belt on um, Twitter brackets for the finals. That's going to be on, and this is from Scott Watkins, East versus West. So show the poll. Let me switch the poll. Okay, this is what they're talking about: East versus West. This is from. You can reach him at Scott Watkins TU. Um, Arkansas State. I guess the Georgia Southern Tailgaters. Look, it's a pretty good poll right there. You can vote Kelly Ritchie or Gady Roll. That's Gata Roll. Oh, oh, tell me. Okay, this is what they're talking about. I don't know why I keep pulling this mic, so sorry about that, folks. Okay, this is what they're talking about. This is a one-on-one king of the court in front of Steph Curry. I don't know why it's not playing it. Twitter feed's playing, not playing it. So this is the video right here they're showing you. Once again, you go to Baller Life, that's ballerlife.com. Okay, this is from Mike Farrow. Mike Farrow's with Rivals. You can go to follow him at Rivals Mike. Talks about the NFL draft wrap, our NFL wrap-up draft coverage. Now, this young man, let's go ahead and go over this if you're in here. So once again, Lucas Tinsley will go to Alcorn State. So congratulations to this young man. He will get an offer to go to Alcorn State to play football for their team. So once again, all these young men deserve our admirations and respect because look, their seasons was cut short here in the state of Louisiana. So I'd be honest with you, look, I'm for these young men because I'm from this state, and look, we got some good talent here in the state of Louisiana. So once again, you go to Recruit Louisiana. That's Recruit Louisiana. Okay, let's see what else we'll talk. Tim Jones was Terry Jones. Let's pull this up. Terry Jones. NHL should thank Greg Button for keeping the fans in Canada engaged, not only selecting all-time team for all 7 teams. So I'll be honest with you, I agree with this guy when he kept these fans in Canada. I know, to be honest with you, you're going to have some idiots, some morons that's going to don't agree with you and stuff like that because they feel that they're entitled to opinion, and rightfully so. But the truth of the matter is, what Terry Jones is saying it's absolutely true. So once again, this is from Terry Jones. You can reach him at By Terry Jones. That's BYTERRY, Terry Jones. Yep, this is from Matt Miller talking about Jeff Okadoa. Was the top cornerback, top 3. Michael Thomas was the number 1 wide receiver. Yes, he was. Okay, this is from, once again, Scotty Watkins. You can reach him at Scotty Watkins TU. That's TU. This is the Sunbelt brackets right here, Sunbelt. Okay, let's see what else we'll discuss. Okay, this is from Terry Allman. You can reach him at Greg. No, this is Greg Allman, excuse me. Greg Allman, you can reach him at Greg Allman on Twitter. He asks us about the most in one career wins and one team amongst quarterbacks. Brady versus Buffalo 32. Brady versus the New York Jets 29. Brady versus Miami 29. Ben Roethlisberger versus Cincinnati 23. And also Ben Roethlisberger versus Cincinnati 23. Breeze in Atlanta 19. Breeze in Tampa Bay 18. Chicago and Rogers versus Chicago. So he went. It was 18 Rivers versus Las Vegas. Was 18. Also, Flacco versus Cleveland, 17. Ryan versus Tampa Bay, 16. And also Ryan versus Carolina, 16. So tell me what you think about this list right here. You can post your opinions via the Sportscaster and YouTube chat rooms today. Right now, we're looking at the Facebook. YouTube. I get in these senior moments and I can't think for a second, so apologize. So this is from Greg Altman. You can reach him at Greg Altman on Twitter. That's great, Greg Altman on Twitter. So we're at 31 minutes. Also, if you want to come on camera, please go through the StreamYard. You can put your name in there and you can come on camera. We will see you on the screen and I'll put you in automatically. So, okay, Dante Stallworth. This is what they're talking about, Dante Stallworth. Best sport after Andy Dalton tossed a touchdown pass versus the Ravens in last game. The clinch Buffalo's playoff spot. Buffalo fans immediately began donating to Andy and his wife for charity. Seriously ill, physically challenged. Bills fans donated $415,000, which is something right there. Because look, Andy Dalton, he helped get the Buffalo Bills in the playoffs. Sure, he played with the Cincinnati Bengals, but he got the Buffalo Bills in the playoffs. Sure, that was a losing team right there, but he kind of had an impact where Buffalo got into the playoffs. So once again, this is from Dante Stallworth. He was a former New Orleans Saint here a couple of years. So follow Dante at Dante Stallworth on Twitter. Okay, let's see. This is the Sportsbook Review. Let's see what this is about. Let's pull this article up. Okay, this is on the Legacy Classic golf betting picks and projections. This is from Craig Edwards. You can follow him at SBR, that's Sportsbook Review. They're talking about golf. So this is the it begins May 4th through 6th in Phoenix, Arizona. This is what they're talking about here. So if you're inclined to make a wager on golf, you can via the Sportsbook Review. Once again, this is from Craig Edwards. We'll see if we get him on one time, let's see if we could try to get him on. But once again, this is from Sportsbook Review. Right now, I'll be honest with you, the only things to bet on right now is golf, professional wrestling. That's the only thing that's going on right now. So this is the picks right here. This is Colton Yates defeating Eddie Olson. That's minus 125. That's from Bet Online. Sam Triplett at plus 5,000 on Bet Online. So once again, this is from SBR. Let me see if we can scroll this down, see what else we're going to talk about here. Okay, this is from John Lam. That's Lam. You can follow him at Gridiron School 91. They're talking about Lebowski, Chenault would be a impact for the Jacksonville Jaguars. I'm pretty sure he most likely can be an impact because look, they drafted him second round, 42nd pick. So I look at it this way: if he can come in and make an impact in his first year, you can't imagine what years he's going to have because you'll have Leonard Fournette at the running back position. Hopefully, they could sign him back to the Jacksonville Jaguars. But this young man right here, what we're talking about, I'm pretty sure he's going to come in and do it in his first year. So, once again, this is from John Lamb, if I'm saying his name right. You can follow him at Gridiron School 91. That's Gridiron School 91. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's go ahead and look at this. This is from John, David John Chaos, David J Chaos. You can reach him at Football Docs. That's called Pro Football Docs. I think the 7th round pick, 7th round, due to knee issues with the Eagles, what they got to know, taking chances with knee swelling under control. That's what they're talking about in this tweet. So you can read David. You can reach David J. Chaos. That's CHAO at profootballdocs.com. That's Pro Football Docs on Twitter. Okay, let's see what else we'll discuss. A-Rod, one of the 21st shameless cheaters. I'm not gonna call him a cheater. I will not call him a cheater. I will not, to be honest with you. I will just like I say, he does deserve to go to the Hall of Fame because of his stats. I mean, I'm not gonna sit here on this show and call A-Rod that. No. That's just lowering yourself down. I mean, Bill Simmons, I don't agree with him on this. I definitely don't. I know he's showing that video. I know it's going to get a lot of fans all riled up and stuff like that, but it's just smoke screens by them. So once again, okay, let's go ahead and go over these. This is from Caleb. You can follow Caleb at Go Caleb, the number 12. Out of the 4 quarterbacks you're seeing on your screen, who had the better career? That's what they're asking. If you want to comment about these guys, who the 2 quarterbacks, the wide receivers in this tweet, you can post it. Let's see if they're in there. So we keep getting disconnected with these wires I hate these freaking wires. Sorry about that. Sorry about that, folks. All right. Let's go ahead and go over some more stuff. More headlines. So I'm going to pull up more headlines on the screen. Okay. 10 players to know from KBO and CPBL, including future MLB stars like future MLB stars and weight-by like sluggers. That's what they're talking about. So these Korean baseball players, I'm going to tell you, these young men, look, they will, and I mean will come in, make an impact for their teams. And they could be future MLB, and that's one thing about it. Those Korean baseball, I think they should put the Korean Baseball League on ESPN. To show the talent that they have in China and also in Korea. So these guys, I'm gonna tell you, these are absolutely stout baseball players. So you can give me your opinion about it if you want to, via the YouTube and sportscaster chat rooms. Right now or you can come on camera if you're so inclined. If you're not, if you're afraid, that's all right. We won't mind. So you can tell me what your favorite Korean baseball player or Chinese baseball player coming out of the those leagues, if you want to, if you're inclined to. Okay, let's go over some more stuff here on this Sunday afternoon now. Let's see what else we got. We're in 42 minutes into the show. Okay, Dave Schultz says this. He came out 22 hours ago. Lawrence. Okay, also, Lawrence Owens, our sportscaster talent. He is having a Madden Sundays. So Madden Sundays are going on right now at noon and 3:30. So if you want to go on to Sportscaster, you go to sportscaster.com and you can go watch those games in progress. With Lawrence Owens and okay, this is what they're talking about. Okay, Rivals. This is what Rivals is talking about. Rivals, what commitment caught the eye of Rival Mike's attention? Several on the list. This is JoJo Early. This is one of them. We're showing a video. Hopefully we can show that video and see if we can show the video. I don't know if we can. What the hell's going on? Why we can't show the video? See, that was a nice catch right there. So let's see what else we're gonna have on Twitter. So I'm gonna go ahead and see what else we can follow on Twitter. See what what else we could go on Twitter, look at. Okay, looking at everything. So let's go over some local news here on in the area. I'm gonna go over the local news. Pull this up. Okay, go to the place where Saints draftee Zach Baum made his name for himself with Brown Deer in Wisconsin. So that's the he was drafted out of Wisconsin. I'll be honest with you, this is going to be a significant impact for the New Orleans Saints. So this is the article they're talking about. This is from Luke Johnson. You can reach him at NOLA.com. That's NOLA.com. So this talks about what Zach Baum went through and stuff like that in his years with Wisconsin, playing from high school ball on down. Okay, Better Call Paul. Maneri recalls move, raise eyebrows, and push LSU to the CWS title. This is from Luke Johnson. You can reach him at The Advocate. He also writes with the Times-Picayune. So they talk about LSU baseball. We're watching the College World Series from a couple of years ago. When LSU made it to the College World Series. So I'll be honest with you. Look, LSU, I think LSU will most likely, in the near future, will make the World Series again. I think they will. Because LSU will be one step away from a champion. Their sixth and even seventh championship with LSU. So, reliving these College World Series moments is absolutely, I'll be honest with you, look, I don't mind reliving those moments. I mean, because look, that was history right there for LSU baseball. So once again, this is from The Advocate. You go to theadvocate.com. That's theadvocate.com. Let's go ahead and put this up. Okay, North Shore High School, Preston. Ratliff signed with Jones County. So congratulations to this young man. He is going to go to Jones County Community College at Ellisville, Mississippi. Ratliff was a senior. He batted .532. He also had 11 home runs. He had 1 homer and he driven in 11 RBIs. I'm gonna tell you, this young man, this young talent that we have in this state, look, it's extraordinary what we have in the state of Louisiana with these young men. He also going to the 2.63 ERA on the mound. So once again, Preston Ratliff will go to, he was an outfield and pitcher for North Shore High School. We'll go to Jones Community College in Ellisville, Mississippi. So once again, this is from The Advocate. Let's see who's in there. Okay, let's go ahead and put this up. Okay. Okay, Rabelais, recent marriage, former LSU golfer Sam Burns honors game for a PGA Tour restart. Hopefully, they will begin. Sports brands are starving for live sports to return after a virtual across the board iron curtain slam down on the coronavirus pandemic. So sports leagues starting to make their 10-year plans to return. NASCAR says it may resume on May 17th. So they're going to probably be the first ones in. Also, PGA Tours are going to be starting up again. So hopefully we can get live sports back. Because look, a lot of people like us, need live sports right now because look, it's nothing to do. To be honest with you, we when we do these shows, you're on Sportscaster. Look, we got guys that's doing all night shows and stuff like that, and it gets kind of absolutely tiresome for those guys. But they want live sports. That's the symbol. That's the sign that they want that. Look, just like me, I do the show every 7 days a week. Look, we do. I mean, I do high school football here in the state. I cover it on a Friday night when we're and I also cover college football. Also cover NFL football as well with the Saints. So I'm hoping that we will get these leagues back, but safely and professionally. We don't want to rush anything back right now. To be honest with you, if you rush everything back, then you're going to get these spikes and these pandemics again, and that's something we don't want to happen. So hopefully everything will be slow and for fame. I mean, I know we want to get it back immediately, but we have to do it in a very professional manner that doesn't endanger the lives of these these athletes or the fans. So once again, this is from the Advocate. Okay, we'll see what else we'll talk about here. We got about we're about half hour in. Okay, I just talked about some of these articles. I'm going to go over some ESPN articles this time. Okay, let's go ahead and discuss this article. Moment won't be too big for Jarek Stenham. His former coach says that I'll be honest with you. I hope he does get the start because he can make an impact for the New England Patriots real quick. How many games they'll win? Nobody knows. They might win 9 games. They might win 6 games. They might go 8-8. It's a common denominator. That's what it is. It's a common denominator. This is from Mike Reese. You can go to ESPN.com. That's ESPN.com. Let's go ahead and play this video. I'm going to see if I can get the audio stream up. See if we can we're going to have to unstop this, and we're going to have to see if we can get the share audio up. I'll put this in the screen. So let me go ahead and switch this over. Okay, pull this up. Back up on the screen. I'm going to see if I can control it right here. I'm going to control it. Mike Reese explains. Let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to put this on. So if you can hear it, let me know. That's where you go in games. It's production on the field is going to matter. Not what happened in preseason and all that. It's production in the regular season games. That's going to be the key factor for Jarek Stenham. So if you want to comment about this, you can via the Sportscaster and YouTube chat rooms. If you want to come in. Also, if you want to come on camera, you could go to StreamYard and put your name in the thing. I'll know who you are, and I'll put you in, and you can comment to be on the air like that. So if you want to do that, there's both ways you could do it: chat room or video chat. So once again, this is from ESPN.com. You go to ESPN.com. Mike Reese was the writer. Okay, let's see. Let's go ahead and go to this one. Okay, Andy Dalton agrees to a one-year deal with the Dallas Cowboys. I think he's going to be the backup starter for Dak Prescott because that's going to be an insurance policy for the Dallas Cowboys if indeed Andy Dalton Prescott goes down. Excuse me. So I think, look, with this deal, I know it's absolutely a stain right here, but the truth of the matter is, if you look at it, look, I think he can be that second string and come in when needed. So once again, this is from Tom Orchard. You can reach him at ESPN.com. That's ESPN.com. So okay, let's go ahead and go over this. Okay, Mitchell Trubisky's 5th-year option. They're talking about that they declined it. Chicago Bears did because they have Nick Foles with them. So I think Mitchell Trubisky is not going to be that starting quarterback for the Bears. I think Nick Foles will be. And I'm going to tell you, look, that 5th-year option that he has, look, it's not going to be worked out. So that means he might be gone out of Chicago. He might be going out of Chicago. I hate to tell you that, Chicago Bears fans, he might be going out of Chicago. He might be going somewhere else. Because if they don't renew his 5th-year option, there's no way you're going to keep him. Hopefully you can find a way, but I don't think it's going to happen. So once again, this is from ESPN. I'm going to go ahead and play this video. Let's Jeremy Farrell will explain this to everyone. But I'll be honest with you. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely walk away. Because look, let's show you his numbers. Well, we'll highlight his numbers for you. I'm going to show you his numbers right here. This is what we're talking about. His quarterback rating was 39.4. He was ranked 27th, so that was just absolutely trash. He had 17 passing touchdowns. He was 21st in passing yards. He was also 32nd in passing yards per attempt with 6.1. He also, on a traditional quarterback rating, he was at 83.0. I'm going to go ahead and show you his rest of his numbers as well. Let me get that up on my screen. Okay, Mitchell Trubisky. I got it right on the screen. So he passed for 3,138 yards. This is his numbers right here. But right here, this is absolutely a trashy quarterback rating. His QBR was 39.5. In games, this is what we're talking. So let me pull that up down. Okay, in the games, let's show you his game numbers. His passing numbers, he had 207 yards versus Minnesota back in December of last year. Also, when he played against the Kansas City Chiefs, he threw for 1,657 in a 26-3 loss. And against the Green Bay Packers, he threw for 334 yards. He had a touchdown. His quarterback rating in that game was 43.4 and 63.5 on his rating. Also, when he played against Dallas, he threw against Dallas for 244. He was 23 of 31. Also, when he played against Detroit, he threw for 338. He had 3 scores. His quarterback rating shot up to 118.1. His QBR was 64.3. So I'm pretty sure it's going to be an absolute battle between Nick Foles and Mitchell Trubisky for the first string position. So once again, this is from ESPN. Let me get this switched over. So once again, he will earn $4.23 million. Also, he has 9.2 million against the cap. So the Bears went 8-8 last year. If they don't improve this year, I guarantee you they're going to be wanting administration gone in Chicago. That's one thing. Chicago deserves better. That's one thing they want. They deserve better than 8-8. So you can give me your opinion via the YouTube and Sportscaster chat rooms. Right now we're looking at it. We're at 9 in the room on Sportscaster. So let's go ahead and scroll down some more articles. Okay, let's go over this one. Okay, sources not picking fifth-year option for wide receiver John Ross. That's another story. This is from Ben Baby. You can reach him at ESPN. That's ESPN.com. So Ross was the 9th pick overall in the 2017 draft. He has struggled to stay on the field. Yeah, I absolutely will have to agree with that. He was set to earn $2.8 million. So I think, to be honest with you, if you're struggling on the football field, guess what? Your production has plummeted. So his production on the field, let's go ahead and show you his numbers. I'm going to pull his numbers up. Let me get those numbers up onto the screen. Okay, his numbers. I'm going to go ahead and go over his numbers. When he played with the Bengals, he had 28 catches for 506 yards. That was back. His average was 18.1. So that was his numbers right there. So he's still active with the Bears. So with the Bengals. So I'll be honest with you, he's going to have to start getting his numbers up. If he wants that 5th-year option, he's going to have to start getting his numbers up. Okay, let me get his stats up on my screen. Okay, this is his receiving He played with the Bengals. He was targeted only 2 times back in 2017 for only no yards. So they barely threw to him. They just barely threw to John Ross. Back in 2018, he had 21 catches for about 210 yards, 7 scores. So that's where his numbers went up, receiving wise. Now, in 2019, last year, he garnered 28 catches for 508 yards. He had 3 scores. So his productive year was back in 2018. So I look at it this way. If you don't have production on the field, guess what? You're no longer, you're irrelevant. I hate to tell you that. So once again, this is from ESPN. Once again, John Ross will not get a 5th-year option. So once again, this is from Ben Baby. You can reach him at ESPN. Okay, let's see what else we'll discuss. All right. Okay, Secretariat overtakes the Seattle Straw down the stretch in the virtual Kentucky Derby. Let's show you the highlights of this Kentucky Derby. So I'm going to get that up on the screen. This was at KentuckyDerby.com. This is the race that this is virtual races right here. I'll let you hear the call. I don't know why it keeps buffering like that. Citation. Seattle slow. Citation. Citation. Secretary. Secretary. So once again, Secretary wins the virtual Kentucky Derby. So congratulations to Secretary. He overtook Seattle Slew in the Kentucky Derby. So once again, these Kentucky Derbies are not actually with no fans. So once again, this is virtual. So the Kentucky Derby is going to be rescheduled for September the 5th. So the real one will be that will be the real version, but the virtual version was Secretary winning that match. So it was a 7-2 favorite. I don't know why this mic's. I hate this damn mic. Sorry about that. Sorry about that, folks. I'm trying to get this mic down. So once again, this is from ESPN. Okay, let's go ahead and look at this one. Okay, Charleston Naval gives Ben Booth Barford, if I'm saying his name right, wins the Arkansas Derby. So that's in Hot Springs, Arkansas. So once again, Kentucky Derby would have been this weekend, but unfortunately, with the coronavirus outbreak, they had the virtual one. So once again, this is more horse racing news. Okay, let's see what this is. Wow. His name is Hafthor Byerson breaks the record for the deadlift at 1,104 pounds. I'd say, wow. I'm gonna be honest with you. These guys, look. I think these guys. You can't lift 1,104 pounds. I think this guy is absolutely on steroids, to be honest with you, to lift that many pounds. I mean, that could be a back-breaking experience right there. That was on he's a Game of Thrones star. So he lifted 1,104 pounds. So he's a 6'9", 425 guy. So look, that's something right there. We're lifting up over 1,100 pounds. Is amazing. So let's go ahead and play this video and let's show you. All I can say is wow. Absolutely wow. And that's 1,104 pounds. That's amazing. That's amazing right there. That is absolutely amazing. Like, they got a lot of these bodybuilders that lift maybe 600 pounds, but 1,104 pounds, this is unheard of right here. This is absolutely unheard of. So once again, this is from ESPN.com. You could go follow them as well. So, okay, let's go ahead and sign off for today. I'm going to turn this off. Okay, once again, thanks for joining us here for this Sunday morning into afternoon edition of Sports Talk with Kerry Wehmeyer Show. We'll be back on tomorrow with another edition of Sports Talk with Kerry Wehmeyer Show here on the flagship Sportscaster, and also we'll be on the simulcast side. We'll be most likely tomorrow. We'll be on Twitch, and then Tuesday we'll be back on Twitter for the show, and then Facebook. So once again, we'll rotate around during this broadcast. Okay, once again, like, share, and subscribe to Sports Talk with Kerry Wehmeyer Show. It's on your screen at KLW. That's many ways you can follow me there. Also, you can follow me on Twitter at Talk Kerry, as TalkKerry. Also, you can follow me on Tumblr. My Tumblr address is right on your screen, so please put it's tumblr.com/blog/KLW7825. And you can also follow me on Facebook at facebook.com/Kerry.Wehmeyer. The number 75. You got to put the number. You can find me on there, and also you can email me anytime. see if I can get my email address on the screen. Okay, email address is on in the ticker below. So you'll see that pass by you. So everybody have a good rest of your Sunday afternoon, and we'll be back on tomorrow with another edition of Sports Talk with Kerry Wehmeyer Show here on StreamYard. Everybody have a good rest of your Sunday.